With Barbie still raking it in at the box office, Mattel fans might be wondering what's next for the burgeoning film studio. As it turns out, fans of the grotesque suffering from 80s nostalgia might be in for a treat. While the massive anticipation built up around the Barbie movie will probably never be recreated, the incredible success of the film raises the question, what other products could toy conglomerate Mattel capitalize on via the film medium? With the Mattel Cinematic Universe already being built, high-profile properties like Masters of the Universe will certainly be bringing He-Man and his skull-faced adversary Skeletor to the big screen for the first time since the 1980s. But what about some of Mattel's other holdovers that would be better suited to the horror genre? It turns out, Mattel has already devised a horror comedy based around the Magic 8 Ball. While that idea has plenty of potential given the success of projects like Hasbro's film Ouija, there's one toy-based creature feature that nostalgic fans are really holding out for.
Hi, I'm a Boglin. Me and my buddies want to be your friend.
The Boglins, introduced during the tiny monster craze of the mid-1980s that resulted from Joe Dante's Gremlins, were marketed as frightening rubber hand puppets that appealed to kids of all ages. With fairly ridiculous names like Dwork, Vlob, and Drool, they could be squished and squeezed to create all kinds of bizarre facial expressions. They also featured glow-in-the-dark eyes that could be controlled with a finger-operated lever located inside the head. Outside of the OG Boglins, Mattel also produced small Boglins, mini Boglins, soggy Boglins, and even hairy Boglins that looked like warped versions of trolls that got left out in the sun too long. Developed by Tim Clark, Maureen Trotto, and Larry Mass in 1987, Boglins eventually went out of production in 1994. It was mostly the clever cage-like packaging that made them stand out on toy store shelves. Kids ransacking the aisles wanted nothing more than to break them out of their cardboard prison. After being largely forgotten about, aside from eBay collectors and a hilarious horror short called Boglin's Return, the brand has stayed mostly dormant until now. In potentially exciting news for horror fans, Mattel recently secured control of the property after almost a year of negotiations. Having gone to so much trouble to get the rights, it's clear Mattel wants back in on the Boglins business. However, don't expect a lot of bloodshed in the potential Boglins movie. In a recent report by The New Yorker about the company's future, Barbie producer Robbie Brenner made it clear that any move into the horror genre will stay completely on brand. She explained, "We're not going to make any rated R movies. We're not going to make anything that feels violent or that is alienating to families. We want to stay within the parameters of what Mattel is." After the success of IPs like Trolls and the Lego Movie, which were originally looked at as hollow cash grabs, Mattel has a blueprint for how to make a Boglins movie work. There are countless characters with varying degrees of grossness that could easily populate a horror fantasy world akin to Jim Henson's Labyrinth. After the successful attempt by Margot Robbie and Mattel Films to get Greta Gerwig to direct Barbie, Robbie Brenner has her eye on another visionary director, Guillermo del Toro. According to The New Yorker, directors and screenwriters alike have expressed interest in a Boglins movie, but getting another one of the greatest filmmakers alive today to take a meeting would be a major asset to Mattel Films. After adding to his Oscar Gold collection with his rapturous stop-motion adaptation of Pinocchio, Del Toro may be particularly hard to get. At the Annecy Animation Festival this year, the filmmaker announced that he wants to focus on doing animation exclusively after a couple more live-action films. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Del Toro also expressed his continued frustration with the current studio system while speaking at the festival, saying that in just a few months, he had a total of 5 ideas for films shut down by producers. Imagine the beautiful irony then if Del Toro managed to bypass the Hollywood system in favor of Mattel Films to create something truly original and macabre with a horror property like the Boglins. Considering that Mattel executive Kevin McKeon told The New Yorker they're hoping Boglins will make up their next big Halloween film, it could be a match made in heaven.